During an unspecified historical period resembling medieval China, foreign mercenaries travel eastward across hostile terrain. Their goal is to locate and obtain a rare black powder, an explosive material known to be of great military value. Many men have died along the journey due to hostile attacks by bandits, harsh conditions, and betrayal within their own ranks. Two surviving foreigners, named William and Tovar, eventually reach the edge of the Chinese Empire. In the distance stands an immense structure, the Great Wall. It stretches for hundreds of miles, fortified and maintained by a highly trained military order known as the Nameless Order. This organization exists for a specific purpose not immediately known to outsiders. As William and Tovar attempt to avoid capture, they are taken prisoner by the Nameless Order. Initially suspected to be spies or thieves, the two are held in custody pending investigation. The leaders of the Nameless Order examine the foreigners' intentions. Commander Lin Mei and General Shao oversee the interrogations. Their organization does not operate like a conventional army, it is a disciplined military force built around specialized divisions, each distinguished by color, role, and combat method. These divisions include archers, infantry, engineers, and acrobatic units designed for aerial combat. Shortly after the prisoners' capture, an emergency alert sounds across the wall. Troops are summoned into battle formation. Without warning, the soldiers engage in organized formation and prepare for an oncoming assault. The foreigners are allowed to observe from a guarded position. From the fog beyond the wall emerges an enemy force. These are not human soldiers or bandits. They are non-human creatures known as Tao Te, a biological species of reptilian monsters that attack in swarms. Each creature is fast, aggressive, and connected to a central command structure via sonic communication. They move as a coordinated organism rather than individual predators. The wall is not simply a military barrier. It is a defense mechanism constructed specifically to contain and repel this species, which emerges cyclically from a mountain crater every 60 years. During the initial assault, the Tao Te test the wall's defenses. The Nameless Order engages them using both ranged and close combat methods. Specialized female warriors in blue armor, known for their aerial attacks, are deployed using cranes to dive toward the creatures with spears. Others use large-scale ballistas, flame-based traps, and signal towers to coordinate strikes. The attack is repelled, but not without casualties. Several soldiers are lost, and the foreigners are left stunned by the revelation that the wall was never built for foreign invaders, it was built to hold back a far greater threat. William, the more observant of the two prisoners, notices tactical vulnerabilities in the creatures and shares his findings with the military leaders. He identifies that a severed limb he retrieved earlier reacts to magnetic stone. This introduces the possibility that the creatures may have exploitable weaknesses beyond brute force. His knowledge earns him temporary trust. While Tovar remains skeptical of the Chinese command structure, William begins to recognize the disciplined efficiency of the Nameless Order and chooses to remain involved. He is gradually offered more visibility into their operations, especially after helping defend the wall during the initial encounter. Senior strategist Wang, the scholar among the military leadership, explains the full history of the Tao Te species to the foreigners. He shares that the creatures first appeared during the fall of a corrupt dynasty. Their emergence is believed to be divine punishment for human greed and imperial mismanagement. According to analysis, the Tao Te operate under a biological hierarchy. There are three known classes: drones, which form the main body of the attack force, alphas, who coordinate small units, and the queen, who directs the entire species. The queen is both the reproductive center and the central neural hub. Her survival ensures the species' continued existence and strategic coordination. Wang believes that if the queen can be killed, the entire swarm will collapse. However, William and Tovar are faced with a choice: escape with what they've learned, or stay and contribute to a defense they now partially understand. Tovar leans toward escape. William begins to change direction. A third foreigner, Ballard, is revealed to be residing within the wall as a long-term prisoner and language tutor. He had previously survived his own capture by cooperating with the military. He encourages William and Tovar to use the chaos of the next battle to escape and return to the west with black powder, still regarded as the ultimate prize. A plan is formulated to steal black powder from the armory during the next attack. Tovar aligns with Ballard. William hesitates, uncertain whether to flee or continue fighting alongside the Nameless Order. Their escape is initiated during a secondary assault by the Tao Te. Ballard and Tovar leave the compound using stolen powder. William, however, chooses not to follow. Instead, he remains behind and re-engages in the defense of the wall. This decision marks a final shift in his alignment, from self-interest to collective duty. Tovar is ultimately captured by a Chinese patrol after being abandoned by Ballard. Ballard dies shortly thereafter during an ambush, consumed by the Tao Te while attempting to navigate the terrain. The Nameless Order receives intelligence that the Tao Te are mobilizing for a massive assault. A portion of the swarm is traveling underground. Meanwhile, a larger swarm prepares to breach the capital city. General Xiao dies during a defense mission. Commander Lin is promoted to lead the order. Wang's earlier hypothesis is validated: magnetism disrupts the creature's neurological communication. A captured Tao Te is used in a live experiment, confirming that magnetic stone interferes with the Queen's commands. This opens the possibility of severing control and creating confusion within the swarm. To exploit this vulnerability, a plan is created. Lin and William will travel to the capital by hot air balloon to assist in protecting the city and delivering explosive payloads directly to the Queen. Other members of the Order will remain behind to slow the swarm's progress from the wall. The flight to the capital is delayed by weather complications. Several balloons are destroyed. Lin and William eventually make it to the city. The Tao Te have already infiltrated outer sectors, and civilians are evacuating. Within the capital, remaining soldiers coordinate a last line of defense around the central palace. The Queen is located inside the city, protected by Alpha units. Using magnetic stone as a diversion and disruption tool, Lin and William engage in a high-risk operation to approach her directly. With assistance from engineers and explosives experts, a device is created to target the Queen at close range. A reflective tower is used to direct sunlight into a containment structure, delaying the Queen's advance. Meanwhile, archers and foot soldiers hold off the advancing swarm. In the final confrontation, William provides cover while Lin carries the explosive device toward the Queen. With precise timing and minimal margin for error, the Queen is successfully destroyed using the explosive device. Upon her death, the remaining Tao Te stop moving. Deprived of central control, they cease all activity. The threat is neutralized. With the swarm neutralized, the Nameless Order secures the city and begins recovery. William is acknowledged for his contribution and offered recognition. He refuses financial compensation or honors, stating only that he wishes to return to his homeland.